exercise bike adventures. Pedalling fast, going nowhere. Ha! Right, it's been a while since my last one. And I'd lost me thrust for doing the videos. Over this lockdown, I know things have been released now and everybody's trying to get back to some kind of normality. But I lost my passion for doing these. But there's been quite a few of you who've said, are you still doing it? What are you up to? What have the effects been? So I thought, go on then, I'll do another one. The journey itself has taken me from 18.5 stone to this morning being 15 stone 12. But it hasn't just been this. This has been a big part of it. But it's also been changing my diet. You can't just do this, keep drinking your beer, having the fish and chips, the bacon, the burgers, and expect to lose the weight. I mean, yes, you will, slowly but surely, because, well, you're moving your arse more, or your legs more. I know a couple of you who've been on exercise bikes, and one guy recently said he had a target of losing 1.5 stone, and he'd lost 9 pounds. Well, the first bit that you lose is the water retention of your body. So initially, as I found, you're not going to lose a lot. In fact, at the beginning, I put weight on, which frustrated me. But then it kicks in. And then you start to lose the weight because the body's getting rid of the excess moisture in your body. Then it starts to lose the fats. And that's the hard bit. You've got to keep going. I've discovered you can't just do this a couple of times a week and expect to lose weight. You just can't. And the reason I say that is because I've tried over the years many times. It's bloody hard work. It's hard work because you've got to go further than you think that you can. You've got to go that extra bit. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I started on level 1 on this. I'm now on level 6. And I'm here to tell you, when you get to an hour, it bloody hurts. But you've got to program your mind. What do you want to achieve? What is the goals that you want to do? It's hardening your thoughts. It's putting that concrete post in the ground and saying, I'm going to get there. I'm going to achieve it. I found on the morning, for me, porridge has been great because it maintains energy as you're cycling on the morning. Or for me anyhow. But I don't put any insulin in. I've been diabetic, insulin dependent since 1998. And here we are, 22 years later, and I'm putting less insulin in my body now than I've ever done. Ever done. I don't bother with insulin on my breakfast because I know when I've done my 1.5 hours as I'm doing now, and I'll explain why, the excess carbohydrate, which is sugar, in my system, I use up. When I was putting insulin in at breakfast, I was having to take Kendal mint cake after an hour or so. The blood sugars just went down. on a lunchtime with my Huel, Huel, and an apple, that helps. And then on my evening meal, I'm having scrambled egg and toast, or scrambled egg and peas, or pasta and a tin of tomatoes. One of the things I've noticed, because of the lockdown itself, I haven't been going to the supermarket and I haven't been buying the meats, the steaks, the chickens. And realised recently, I haven't missed the meat at all. Not at all. How strange is that? Because I used to be a meatosaurus. But my insulin use is, well, just so low. I know I still need to use it because I've tried going a couple of meals without it, and I can't do that. But it's so low now, it's bloody marvellous. One of the downsides of doing what I've done, look at that! This was tight in March. It's a double XL. That's just utter bloody madness. But I don't really know what size I am to buy clothes. I've been so used to buying 3XLs. This is a 2XL. The journey, if you're going to take it on, you've got to stick to it like anything. You've got to learn something. It's a new skill. It's a new process. It's a new feeling. As you get fitter and fitter and fitter, you want to do more and more. I know on an evening, I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking forward to my exercise in the morning to get my endorphins flying around my body. And that's something I never thought I would do in March. But none of my gear fits. My motorcycle suits fit where they touch. I put a pair of trousers on that I normally wear earlier, well, was it last week? Last week. They came nowhere near me. Nowhere near me. And yet they used to be tight. And I'm talking 4 to 6 inches of pull out. So the journey has been quite interesting. Discovering different things, discovering how I feel, callousing your mind, or my mind, to keep going. But I've also found that when you get to a point where you think, oh God, I've had enough, I get off, go and have a drink of water, come back and get back on, and I'm reinvigorated as quick as that. So Exercise Bike Adventures has changed my whole outlook on life. As I thunder towards 62, who would have thought I'd be the lightest I've ever been since leaving the army in 1988, apart from when I was really ill in 2000. That I'd be using less insulin than I've ever used in 22 years. That I'm getting close to the weight that I was when I was at my peak fitness in the army, and I was never that fit actually. I was never that bloody fit. But I've got to be careful it doesn't become obsessive. that it doesn't take over my life, that oh my God, I can't go anywhere, I've got to do my bike ride. But by realising that I can actually eat less, and learning that when you eat less, your stomach shrinks. That's what makes you feel hungry, in my opinion. But once your stomach shrinks and you eat a large meal, you actually feel very uncomfortable. You know, the size of meal that you would normally have is just too much. So that's been my experiences, that's been my discoveries, my journey of exploration. If you've got any questions, put them below, and I'll try my best to answer them. So until the next time, on Exercise Bike Adventures, pedalling fast and going nowhere, bye bye for now.